Hello. I had some questions about the universe. Not really the universe, but just the Milky Way. We're living this system, and we are systems within a system within a system. Our bodies are systems, and we live in this big picture, and then there's these little small pictures that we each create our own little individual life stories, the never ending storybook. Well, there's a saying, as above, so below. And it's also in the Bible, but not in those exact words. But I heard it repeated by Lynn Wood. And I said, oh my God, that's as above, so below. So if I don't disagree with the Bible, I think it's a control, like the first governments ever created was through the Catholic Church, and the Roman Empire just switched everything. They knew what the sun was originally, and the SUN was the SON. They just used the language to confuse people, and they still do that. But as above, so below. So we're a system. Everything above affects below. And what about the reverse? Everything can be reversed. If it's a good equation, a good chemistry, um, formula, you can have above affect below, then the below affects the above. If we have a good, clear head, collective thought pattern, and we all gather in our thoughts and put it into the AI, we will change this. And that is what I came on here to discuss. That's why the Mayans said the river is moving fast now. Don't cling to the sides, meaning don't cling to the old ways. Um, Find your like kind, have fun, enjoy it. And that's all you can do is have fun and enjoy what you have in life, not to be afraid all the time. The illness that they created in your mind with common colds and flus, and you go to the doctor now and you have the sniffles, you've got COVID, and they're not lying because it is COVIDs. They're all COVIDs, degrees, different kinds of things, and they're not scary. Never been scared of a cold and flu in your life, have you? So why would you be so now? Because the TV told you to be afraid. And now they're telling you another thing. They're saying it'll never go away unless everybody gets vaccinated. Yep, everybody has to get vaccinated. So you, in your mind, the TV said, you don't want a vaccine? What? Well, that's not how it works. It works that we're supposed to be in control of our bodies and our own minds. We have minds connected to the ultimate mind and all of the good in the world. And if you choose to continue to be stuck to that television or the internet that is negative, and there's positives, you can find all of the living light truth on YouTube. You can find all of the good on YouTube, and you can find all of the good on the internet. But you'll find that because you feed into the machine the negative stuff, you're going to get back more negativity because we put it out down below and it goes up and it goes at a vertical slant like this, and it comes back down at a vertical slant. So these energy flows, that's true nature. You can't stop that. They can create artificially things, but it still has to come back to the living light truth. There is no doubt that we can fix this from below. We can fix all of the things that have happened in the negative state, and that has actually changed the charges of Earth from being ground to a negative. My uncle used to scream at me, Earth is negative, Earth is negative. I'm like, Bob, Earth is not negative, it's ground. And I'm talking about electrical charges. And you can still ground to earth. You have to put a ground in if you're going to wire your home or anything. That has to be. So it still works in that fashion. But every time they spill blood into this planet, and it's not done with, there's no ceremony, no honoring, the misuse of the animals, all this negativity, this blood spill goes into the earth and changes her charges towards us. And we're affecting the below. You're going back and forth here with these energy flows, and that's all life is. Within your body, every cell is like a little light charge. That's the spark of life that comes from your foods. You eat your food, the electrolytes. You don't know the relationship between everything is related. We put something out here. Say I pollute this down here. This is wetlands. Below me, there's a river that flows into the Hudson, and that Hudson goes out to the ocean. We knew this. We were taught this simple, basic functionings of life that we were taught. Now you pollute the ground, there's too many cows. That excessiveness goes into the wetlands. It goes down, and down in New York City, they drink the water. But that's okay. You don't care because it's out of sight, out of mind. You're not affecting anything. Yes, you are. And let's say, for example, Washington County, New York is going to spray the roadsides with these horrific poisons. And they're calling it, controlling of the plant's invasive species. Bull. It's a way of defoliating, just like they did in Vietnam. They defoliated with Agent Orange and made everybody sick and deformed children. And what does this do to the mind? All of these chemicals. We can't continue this. It has to just stop. You can't spray your lawns. You can't put the chemicals. We have to get rid of the GMO food. We grow great foods here on Earth. We have a beautiful, loving relationship with Earth. Let's rebuild it. I still love the planet. I still take good care of the planet. I can't do it alone. Other people have to do it too. Other people have to be engaged in the living light system. And it doesn't mean we have to be the same. We just have to have something in common humanity, not fake TV. And do you know what the news is now? It's the reality TV shows, like Survivor. That's what the TV has become. It's fake, the whole thing. It's really bad entertainment. It's not good entertainment. It's not healthy. You could go, if you really wanted to know what, because the CDC will lie anyways, but the CDC website, you go off of that. It's pretend that that's fully the truth, right? Well, if you go digging in their website, it'll say the deaths of this illness, the common cold, flus and stuff that they gave a name to, like they do the hurricanes. It just created a hurricane in your mind. That just came to me because this, they named the storm and they created a storm with this name. And they wanted something, the New World Order, and they think they have it, but they don't really have it. So, anyways, let me get back to this website. There were the deaths in the U.S. from this supposed cold and flu, and every news station I've heard has this 4 times the amount of what's on the CDC website. So you can't. Ask yourself this, where did the common cold and flus go? Every year we have common colds and flus. We do. That doesn't change because that's part of why the body expels something that shouldn't be in its body, and that comes from the air, water, soil, food. All those things. In vaccines are very dangerous. I come to the conclusion that maybe we never really needed that we always needed clean water, and where illnesses occurred in larger numbers, like in Cohoes, New York, they had many, many deaths from dirty conditions, and it resulted in a type of flu, and it was really from poop, from dirty, not having sanitized the hands, and wear a mask, but wash your hand. Duh. These masks are hindering your breathing. You have to clearly expel this breath, because you can't keep breathing it back in. Now, the other day, and I called it the straw that broke the camel's back, why I came back to the YouTube and to say these words that people have been saying anyways. I don't know if anybody listens to my videos, and I don't really care anyways. But I saw a child. He was standing by the cornfield of his little tiny house and waiting for the bus. And over his face, he had this child mask. It was pressed, and his eyes were darting back and forth, and he's flapping his hand like this. And he wasn't autistic. He was just so nervous. He couldn't focus. He's standing there alone with this thing. And I said, enough of harming our children, you son of a bitches. All of yous that are involved in this, wearing and not having the cojones to stand up to it. You know it's wrong. Your heart and mind are. Did you know the CDC has a page? I don't know if they removed it, but I read it about the zombie apocalypse. Now, you know that's Hollywood. So why would a so-called agency of the corporation of the U.S. tell us that there's going to be a zombie apocalypse and what to do for it? Well, first of all, it doesn't make any sense. And are we living it now with these people walking around with masks on? I can't wear a mask, and I walk around with a scarf on my shoulders to pretend, and I wear sunglasses because I haven't gone anywhere in ages. They make me nervous. Their stupidity. They're fascist. You're wearing a mask and you're walking around thinking you're so, look at me, I'm doing the right thing, the common good. No, you're not. You're not doing the right thing for anyone. You're not doing the right thing for yourself. You're not doing the right thing for the earth. You're not. How many times I picked up people's dirty masks? They're blowing in the wind. That's nice. Isn't it nice? Just shows you where your common good is. Because if that mask was so full of contaminants, would you throw it on the ground? Of course you would. Like you do with your water bottles, and you don't care. Where is your caring? Do you care about the common fascist good? Or do you care about what makes people sick? Like the poisons in the air and in Cohoes, New York, they burn paints, they burn government waste, they burn and it just goes right into the air. Big clouds of disgusting filth. How good is that for everybody? When people live in the upper realms of the city of Cohoes, the upper layer, they are all dying of cancer. They all have cancer up there, but that's all right. That's all right to create census blocks of people. These are their words, census blocks of people. But then you can contaminate the whole area because it's for the greater good to burn those fire retardant federal chemicals created for wars. Everything is connected. The whole point is use your brain, think. Have fun thinking. It's nice to think and have fun. And find some people. If you can't do it face to face, then find them online and talk, feed into the machine. And maybe we can, and I know we can fix this, like the fixed cross in astrology. Yes, everything can be fixed. They fixed it. Now we're going to unfix it and refix it.